it's Barbara here with another tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday, the 21st of April, 2025. In fact, it's Bank Holiday Monday, so I hope you've all been having a fantastic long Easter weekend. And even if you've had to work, that you've at least had one day off where you can go and enjoy yourself, perhaps meet up with friends and family and all sorts of things, and eaten lots of Easter eggs, which I have to say, I haven't, surprisingly enough. I'm not a great lover of chocolate, strangely, but nevertheless, I hope you all did too. Anyway, let's go on with the reading. So we're going to use the Pastoral Tarot this week. Now, I know we've used this relatively recently, but I just thought it's such a beautiful deck. It's Easter, you know, let's enjoy the Easter time. I mean, the weather's sort of changed a bit, hasn't it, from what it was a couple of weeks ago, but nevertheless, it's still Easter, so it's still a joyful time. So let's get on with the reading. Now, funny enough, I've just dropped the cards. There we go. I've got them round. So I just love the back of these cards. Really, really lovely. Now, your lead card this week, you notice they're actually this way round. So I've got to hold them like this. I've got to remember to do that. So we have, as your lead card this week, we've got the Knight of Swords. Now, if you look at him, there he has his knife there. He's travelling forward on his horse. He knows where he's going. And the thing is, with knights, and particularly with swords, remember it's an air sign. Swords are all airs. So it's all about communication and air thoughts and things like that. So this week is the week where we need to actually own what we're thinking and what we want to say. Too many of us, you know, we've got these things. I'm not saying being rude to anybody or anything like that, but it's time to own your own thoughts and actually stand up for them. If you really believing something, now it might be believing in a politics, I mean, let's look at that way. Hopefully you don't get into arguments about that, but anything that you say, yeah, do you know what, I'm going to stand up and say what I feel is right. Now, it might be a discussion. You might not agree with what the other people think, and they might not agree with you. But the fact, it's time to voice them. Now, that can be in a home environment. It could be at work. It could be anything. Think carefully. Although he's not actually galloping that far. If you look at the Knight of Swords in a Rider Waite, it's like, whoa, here we go. He's going against the wind. You know, he's really, really going out there. It's a little bit more aggressive than this one. But no, he's going to cut through all the red tape and actually speak his truth. If you look at the distance here, we've got all lovely green trees. Everything is blossoming. There's growth. We're at the right time of year for growth. It's spring, and particularly Easter time. But he's got is that red? Yeah, it is. He's got this wonderful red saddle. Well, it's a blanket, actually. It's not the saddle. Well, yeah, the saddle's red as well. So you think about the energy of red as well. He's got that energy. It's time to own what you believe in. Now, funnily enough, in the week, guy that I work with, he sent me a video from YouTube, and it was from the Fast Show. If any of you remember the Fast Show, it's a sort of regular theme they went through. This particular one. So they're in I think they're in actually a hospital, and there's male doctors, and then there's the female doctor, and she's given it all her ideas. And they're just carrying on drinking their tea and coffee and eating a biscuit and everything. And then suddenly one of the guys literally repeats what she's just said and is owning it. That's what this week is about, is not let people steal your ideas. Actually push forward with them. Doesn't matter how small they are, just own them. And if you learn to start speaking your truth, you gain that confidence. And we all need a little bit of confidence sometime. So look at it as this positive option this week that you can go out there and improve your confidence. Now, if you do that, you actually end up, I knew I dropped them. Here we go. That was the one. Here we go. We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm dropping. They're quite slippery, even though they're not shiny. Hang on. Here we go. So look at this beautiful version of the Nine of Pentacles. And what I particularly like in this deck is that if you, again, you can Rider Waite, there's a hawk or falcon on her shoulder. It's got a hood on. It's not going anywhere. She knows if she removes that hood, he can fly off and go and do whatever she wants him to do. Now, in this one, it looks like he's either just taken off, but I think he's actually coming back to her. And it's that control, not controlling, but that control this wonderful woman has over flight, think about birds, think about feathers. What do they represent? They represent air. So we're back to that Knight of Swords, that gaining your confidence. And if you also look at this really close up, so we've got, these are so clear, these cards, aren't they? So we've got all the grapevines in the distance and everything. So this is all about abundance, which the Nine of Pentacles is. Remember, it's to do with security and money. But these, I think, I sort of looked at them really closely. I sort of used my magnifying glass. And I think they're hibiscus plants, I think. Now, if they are, that represents confidence, also inner confidence. That's a really important thing. But also knowledge and that self-love that, yeah, I appreciate who I am. I can make changes to who I am, should I so wish, because I'm in control. Now, if you look in a distance, now in the previous card, there was lovely green trees. Now here, they've moved into mountains. Now, remember, mountains represent challenges, but they're beyond. She is protected by this wonderful hedge filled with all these beautiful grapevines and things like that. But at any point, she can go beyond that hedge if she wants to enjoy more challenges. A lot of people, we go out there, you know, why do you climb a mountain? Because it's a challenge. That's why we do it. And if in some respects, and it's just crossed my mind this, with this hawk or falcon, she can send it off. Go and have a look. What's beyond that hedge? You know, I'll send out my scouts almost. I'll send my scouts out. So yeah, okay, I'm going to go forward. So gaining that confidence right at the beginning of the week, it enables you to feel more secure, more in control of your life. And should you so wish, and this is so important, should you so wish, right, I'm ready to take that challenge. So let's put that one down. I don't want to put it down. I want to put it back, don't I? So if you do that, now look what happens. You get another knight. It is the right way up. That's good. So we have the Knight of Cups. What's that there? Oh, it's his water bottle. I couldn't think what that was though. It was his water bottle. There we go. And my fingers over this. There's some fire. If you look, there is that white horse that the Knight of Swords had at the beginning. In this case, he's bareback. I don't, you know, he doesn't need to ride him at the moment. The horse is actually coming towards him because this guy is playing that mouth organ. He is calm. He is welcoming. He's the Knight of Cups. He is pure love. White horses, though I believe they're known as greys, represent purity and love. It's all back to that confidence gaining at the beginning. And the more confidence you have, the more realization that, yeah, I can take this challenge if I want to. I can do what I like. To be honest, I have the confidence to do so. That attracts people in. Just like this guy playing this mouth organ, he's attracting the notice of this horse. Yeah, what's he doing? I'm going to come over and I'm going to listen to it. People will start listening to you and attracting, whether it's you're going for an interview for a job or just going out, you know, perhaps you're going to a dinner party or something. Normally you're really a bit shy, whatever. You will attract people. They'll be, wow, that's really interesting what you're talking about. Don't hide your light under a bushel. It's there. It has the abilities. He has everything there. So if you think about it, he's got the fire to keep, oh, it's over there, the fire to keep him warm, and he's got his water bottle. He needs everything. He doesn't need necessarily all the trappings of that Nine of Pentacles because he can go where he wants to go. This is completely clear. We've still got some mountains in the distance, but look, that sun, it's probably that rising or it's setting, but I think it's probably rising here. There's so many opportunities that you can gain in if you learn to understand your own confidence and speak your truth. So where does that leave you? Oh, I love this. Oh, look at this. We've got the Six of Wands. Make sure it's the right way up. I love the way they've got, now she's moved on to a brown horse now, and she's still enclosed. You notice we had a hedging before, but now she's got an open fence. She can see those mountains now, which have now turned a lush green, and she feels like, yes, I am the victor here. She's holding, she's obviously won some sort of riding cup or anything like that. She is in control. She feels proud. She's, you know, sat up straight. There is so much going on this week that can enable you to just take that step up and to feel proud of yourself. And, you know, even doing the littlest thing. Here's another little example of mine. So years ago, I went to Portugal on holiday, and there's this huge, long pier, I guess you want it, that leads to an aquatic centre or something like that. Now, I'm terrified of piers. It's one of my phobias. It's a big thing, and I was on my own. I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So it's really long. So I'm walking along, and I get halfway, feeling very proud of myself, and then it hit me, the phobia, like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And I looked, and I was halfway there. So either way, even if I went back, it's going to be the same distance as going forward. And I decided, well, I'm going to go forward. And I went forward, and I felt so proud of myself that I did it. So sometimes those challenges become less of a challenge once you complete them. You think, oh, what was I so scared about? I'm so glad I spoke my truth at the beginning of the week and actually listened to myself. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this. So what's your final outcome? And it's not that one, because I just dropped them. Here we go. We've got, look at this, King of Pentacles. There's some more mountains far, far, far in the distance, miles away. But look, he's planted out his fields. He's got, what are they? More grapevines, there we go, all around. I mean, it's pentacles again. You know, grapevines tend to indicate wealth and security and things like that. But he is quite happy. He's sat there. I feel so good. I feel I can do anything now. And you're like on a roll. It's a bit like a snowball effect. You know, you start the snowball and you start rolling it down the hill. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you think, yeah, I can do this. Now I've actually completed, right at the beginning of the week, I've spoken my truth. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. I know I can do it. It's going to open up a huge amount of new experiences that you can draw in. Not that's going to suddenly happen to you. You can draw in. He's planted these. He's waiting for them to grow. So this is very much a week of, like I said, speaking your truth, but also dealing with them. So in your mind, if you've always wanted to do something this week, perhaps write a book. Let's look at that. Write a book or write a song or record something. Do it. Who knows where it will lead? Just getting past that first hurdle and going for it, and people start listening to you, it can go anywhere. Even if eventually you think, actually, I'm glad I've done that. It's not my cup of tea, but I can plant something new because I've done it. Perhaps because of the new people that you've sort of drawn towards you. This is a really amazing week that it's down to you to use this and speak and work with your heart. You have a Knight of Cups in there anyway. And draw those experiences, draw those people to you. And then see how and why you can build on them for the future. So have a fantastic, talkative week. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye for now.